She looked at me, incredulous. "What? You're actually jealous of my guy friends?" she said, her fingers flying across her phone screen all night. I replied, "Not anymore." Then I made a decision that turned everything upside down. When she realized what I'd been up to while she was glued to her phone, she freaked out. I'm a 28-year-old guy and I need to vent because I'm still wrapping my head around what happened. I've been with Sarah, 26, for 3 years, sharing an apartment for the last one. Things were solid until about 6 months ago when she rekindled ties with her old college buddies, specifically 3 dudes, Ethan, Ryan, and Caleb. Initially, I didn't care. People have friends, right? But then the endless texting began. We'd be chilling with a movie, and her phone would light up constantly. During dinner, she'd be chuckling at her screen. At midnight in bed, she was still tapping away. 2 months back, I brought it up, keeping it chill. I said the constant phone use was getting overwhelming. Her response? Seriously? You're jealous of my guy friends? That's so possessive? The way she said possessive stung, like I was some clingy jerk, just for wanting my girlfriend's focus during the little time we had together. I work 50-hour weeks in supply chain management. She's in freelance graphic design, setting her own schedule. After that talk, it got worse, like she was doubling down to prove a point. Thursday board game nights with them, Sunday cafe meetups, random Friday coffee runs. She'd always say I could join if I wanted, but her tone screamed, "Please don't." The final straw came 3 weeks ago. My company announced a new warehouse opening 2 states over, with supervisor roles up for grabs. My manager pulled me aside, said I was their first choice for a lead operations position, a massive opportunity with a 40% salary increase and a relocation package. I came home buzzing to talk it over with Sarah, found her sprawled on the couch, video chatting Ethan about some old college prank. I waited 15 minutes. She didn't even glance my way. That's when I said it. "Not anymore." She looked up, confused. "What?" "You asked if I was jealous of your guy friends." "I'm not anymore." She smirked. "Good. That's progress. See? It's not a big deal." "Progress, sure. Let's call it that." That night, I accepted the job, didn't mention it, started planning, lined up apartment tours for my next days off, researched the new city, got everything ready. Meanwhile, Sarah kept doing her thing. Ethan needed breakup advice, daily. Ryan had job stress, demanding her immediate input. Caleb was organizing a vacation, and she spent hours helping him plan. Our apartment was on a month-to-month lease. Last week, I gave notice. Movers were booked for Saturday. Still hadn't told her. Yesterday, she was scrolling social media and saw my brother Mike's post. "So proud of my bro. Excited to visit you in new state." Her face went from puzzled to panicked. "What's Mike talking about?" she asked. "Oh, I got promoted." "Moving for work." "Moving? When were you going to tell me?" "I tried 3 weeks ago. You were busy." "This is nuts. You can't just decide to move. What about us?" "What about us? You've made your priorities crystal clear because I have friends? Because your friends get 90% of your attention, and I'm lucky to get the scraps." Right then, I kid you not, she picked up her phone and started texting someone. Mid-fight. That's when I knew I'd made the right call. "Are you seriously texting right now?" "I need advice." "This is wild. From Ethan, Ryan, or Caleb. They get you? They do understand me. Great. Maybe one of them has a spare room for you." The apartment's in my name, always has been. I'd already worked it out with the landlord, breaking the lease, covering the fee. She's got 30 days to move out or take over the lease herself. She's at her friend Lisa's now, flooding my phone with 68 messages since yesterday. Haven't read them. Too busy packing. Movers arrive in 72 hours. Update 1. Wow, this blew up. Thanks for the support on my first post. It means a lot. So, Sarah showed up yesterday afternoon while I was boxing up kitchen stuff, full on crying. And guess who tagged along? Ethan. For moral support, I'm not joking. She started with apologies and sobs, but Ethan kept jumping in to defend her. "Dude, you're overreacting." Sarah just has a tight friend group. Not my issue anymore. That's harsh, man. 3 years, and you're just walking away? Yep. Sarah, can we talk privately? Ethan, I should stay. For safety? I'm wrapping plates, not swinging them. Ethan, leave my apartment. It's Sarah's place too. Nope. Never was. Exits that way. He looked at Sarah like, "You're letting him talk to me like that?" She just stood there. He stormed out, muttering he'd be in the car if she needed him. Then Sarah switched gears to bargaining. I'll change. I'll set limits with them. I didn't realize how bad it was. You didn't realize because you were too busy texting. That's unfair. You never said it was this serious. I tried to tell you about the job 3 weeks ago. How was I supposed to know that was a big deal? Because I'm your boyfriend trying to have a conversation? We can do long distance. I'll visit when? Between your Thursday game nights and Sunday brunches? Then she flipped to anger. Fine, you're right. I do focus on my friends because they're not controlling and insecure. Cool. Okay. That's it? Okay? Yeah. Good luck finding a new place. The kicker? Mid-rant, her phone pinged and she instinctively checked it. While yelling about how I'm the problem, she looked at her phone. I just pointed at it and raised an eyebrow. She stormed out. Apparently, Ethan was live posting the whole thing from the car because mutual friends started messaging me. Whatever. I blocked numbers and kept packing. Oh, and this morning, Ryan showed up, not to help Sarah with her stuff, but to ask if I was selling my PlayStation since I was moving. These are her loyal friends, folks. Movers come tomorrow. Can't wait. Update 2. Typing this from my new apartment. Moved in 3 days ago. But first, the moving day chaos. Saturday, 7 a.m., movers arrive. I'm guiding them when Sarah rolls up with her entire squad, Ethan, Ryan, Caleb, and Lisa, with a U-Haul. Plan was to move her stuff out simultaneously. Fine, except she hadn't packed a single thing. Some of this furniture's mine, she says. Like what? The coffee table? The bookshelf? I bought those, got receipts. Ethan, don't be petty, bro. Not your bro, and I'm keeping my stuff. They tried claiming half of everything. The TV, a gift from my parents. The couch, bought before we met. Even my air fryer. Caleb wanted my PlayStation because Sarah uses the Hulu account on it. Seriously? The movers stayed professional, loading what I pointed out. Sarah's crew got pushy, trying to block them. Then Caleb made a fatal error. Come on, man. She gave you 3 solid years. She deserves something. Gave me 3 years of being a side character in my own relationship. Enjoy your game nights, boys, Lisa chimed in. You'll regret this when you're lonely in new state. I'd rather be lonely than invisible. Here's the best part. While they argued, the movers finished. I did a final sweep, handed the keys to the property manager, who was watching this drama unfold, and headed to the moving truck. Sarah's last move? Wait. I love you. First time she'd said it in months. Last time was when I got her festival tickets. No, you loved the life I provided. Big difference I got in the truck and drove off. In the rear view, I saw her crying, surrounded by her crew trying to console her. Felt like a film scene, honestly. The 8-hour drive to New State was cleansing. Podcasts, silence, no buzzing notifications. Just calm. The new apartment's awesome. Corner unit, building gym, 15-minute commute. Met some neighbors already. Normal folks who can talk without staring at their screens every minute. Started the new job Monday. Team's great. My boss took us out for lunch to welcome me. A woman from finance, Emily, asked about the area since she's new too. We grabbed coffee yesterday to swap relocation tips. She didn't touch her phone once in 40 minutes. Mind-blowing. Meanwhile, Sarah's been spiraling on social media. Friends sent me screenshots. Some guys can't handle a confident woman with strong friendships. When he's so insecure, he flees states to avoid talking. Thriving with my true support system. Thriving, aka crashing at Lisa's because she couldn't afford the apartment solo. None of the guys offered her a place to stay. Shocker. Ethan commented, "You deserve better, Queen." But no spare room, apparently. The group texts I got before blocking everyone were wild. "Can you at least help with her deposit? She's struggling. You crushed her self-esteem." Crushed her self-esteem? She had plenty of confidence to text through our whole relationship. "She'll survive. My brother Mike called last night. Sarah tried contacting him to get my new address. Mike shut her down politely. Love my brother. Oh, and yesterday? Got a LinkedIn notification? Sarah viewed my profile. Then again an hour later. Then Ethan viewed it. Then Ryan. They're creeping on my work profile now? For what? To see where I'm employed? Good luck with that. I'm good, genuinely good, not faking it while my girlfriend texts other guys. New job's tough, but fulfilling. Apartments shaping up. Emily and I are meeting other newcomers for drinks this weekend. It's crazy how much energy you save when you stop chasing someone's attention. Final update. Wasn't planning another update, but this deserves a mention. A perfect close to this mess. Life's been great. Job's going strong. I'm already overseeing a team of 10. Dating Emily now? Yeah, the finance woman. It's refreshing being with someone who's actually there. We'll be at dinner, and her phone stays in her bag. Groundbreaking. But the update? Mike called last week. Sarah showed up at his place at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday. Took a bus to my hometown because she couldn't afford gas. Showed up at Mike's, hoping to... What? Mike's wife, Jenna, answered. Per Jenna, it went like this. Sarah. I need to talk to Mike about my name. Jenna. It's 10 p.m. Sarah. It's urgent. I messed up, Jenna. Still 10 p.m. Mike came out, told Sarah I was happy and to move on. Sarah's bombshell that made Mike call me. He's already with someone new? How? We had 3 years, Mike. Yeah, and you spent 2 of them treating him like a roommate. Sarah. I had friends. That's normal, Mike. Having friends is normal. Ignoring your partner for them isn't. Then the meltdown. Full tears on Mike's porch about how she can't afford rent alone. Lisa kicked her out after a month. Ethan's dating someone and ditched game nights. Ryan and Caleb only reach out when they need favors. Her job slashed her hours because she kept skipping work for friend emergencies. The lack of self-awareness is unreal. Mike shut it down. You made choices. These are the results. Leave or I'm calling the police. Sarah left, but not before asking if Mike could pass her my number to apologize properly. Mike. Nope. Goodbye. But wait, it gets better. Yesterday, I got an email to my work account. How'd she even find it? Subject. Please read, urgent. Almost deleted it, but curiosity got me. A 4-page novel about how she's been in therapy for 3 weeks, realized she has attention allocation issues, how her friends used her generous nature, how I was the only one who truly cared, and how she's ready to move to new state for a fresh start. The nerve. She really thought she could email my work address pitching a reunion? The final paragraph. I know I hurt you, but we had something real. Ethan, Ryan, and Caleb were just escapes from my fear of commitment. I see that now. I'm ready to be the partner you deserved. Don't throw away 3 years over my mistakes. I forwarded it to Emily. We had a good laugh over drinks. Sent a 2-line reply. Do not contact me again. I wish you well. Then had it block her email domain. She tried one last time via LinkedIn with a connection request. Message. I see you're doing great. I'm proud of you. Maybe we could meet for coffee to catch up. Catch up? This isn't a class reunion. You chose texting over us for 2 years. We're caught up. Blocked and reported. The cherry on top? A former co-worker still follows her on Instagram. Sent me her latest post. Learning to value myself and not depend on others for joy. Growth is hard, but worth it. Selfie from what looks like Lisa's couch again. Ethan commented, proud of your progress. Still no spare room offered, though. I'm not cheering for her struggles, but I'm not her safety net either. She wanted to be left with her friends. I gave her that. Permanently. Emily met my parents last weekend. My dad said, "It's nice to see you with someone who actually sees you when you're speaking." Even my dad noticed. Lesson learned. When someone shows you their priorities, trust them. When they panic, because you're no longer an option, that's not love. That's them missing their safety net. I'm done with updates. Sarah's in my past, where she chose to be when she couldn't look up from her phone long enough to notice the present. To anyone in a similar spot, you deserve someone who picks you, not as a fallback or a provider, but as their true priority. Now, if you'll excuse me, Emily and I have dinner plans, and neither of us will be checking our phones.
I asked our Perplexity this thing, and it says,
So our sponsor, Perplexity, said, yes, this has actually been documented in wild alligators. Males in heavily polluted lakes have, on average, smaller penises and other reproductive problems linked to hormone-disrupting chemicals. We are shrinking alligator penises, ladies and gentlemen.
And not only alligator
20 to
penises.
25% smaller penis sizes compared to males from a cleaner reference lake.
And
Males of lower testosterone levels, around 70% lower. Abnormal relationships between hormone levels and penis growth, unlike alligators from cleaner lakes. Alligators from polluted lakes also show other reproductive issues, abnormal sex hormone patterns, altered gonads, low hatching success, various birth defects, all consistent with exposure to endocrine-disrupting contaminants, EDCs, such as DDT derivatives, dieldrin, PCBs, and related compounds. Wow. So it's all endocrine disruptors from pollution. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, you would think that this would sound the alarm. Like,
And this is not new. He's dead. This is old work.
oh. And no one knows. Yeah, it's never discussed. First of all, there's not a lot of people that say, first problem on my list today, alligator penis sizes. It's a real issue. Like, you're in front of Congress. We got to talk. Alligator penis sizes are shrinking. They'd kick you out of the building.
Actually, Lou Gillette, went to Congress and he gave a talk and he said, every man in this room is half the man his grandfather was.
As far as testosterone levels, right?
And penis size. Well, he didn't measure their penis. but
Dig grandpa
he was
up and check
making
it
this
out.
point,
Yeah,
and
I
fertility
understand.
and all this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it completely makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is how little attention that's being paid. You would think that in a society that is, America is also facing a potential population collapse. People don't think about that, but our reproduction numbers, we're not reproducing. Yeah, they're down quite a bit, and they're not at the level that we need in order to keep our population.
It's the normal shape of the population is like this, right? So this is up here, not very many people, and down here, lots and lots of people.
And this is terms of
And
age,
it's
older or
like
younger at the
going
bottom.
like this.
Right.
Yeah. Lots of people are living longer, but few are down here. And then what that means is the ones down here are supposed to support the ones up here,
But there's not enough of them.
but not enough of them.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a huge societal problem.
Well, it's just so confusing how few people are even aware of this. We were talking, I didn't realize it had been 5 years since our last podcast, which is pretty crazy. But in that 5 years, you barely hear about it. It's occasional. People bring up certain chemicals they think are bad. Oh, avoid this. Paul Saladino was the one that showed that the paper cups that you get from a coffee shop, that if you take that paper away, what you have is essentially this plastic membrane, and that's what you're drinking your coffee out of. You're not drinking your coffee out of paper. And how terrible these things are for you. But even that, it's like people just dismiss it. The line around Starbucks is always the same. There's always people going to get their coffee. They don't think anything of it, and they're just consuming these chemicals that mess up your health, mess up your vitality, your energy levels, everything, brain fog.
But whose responsibility is it,
Well, to talk about it, I think it's ours. It's certainly
You and
yours
me,
and
or-
mine. And, we'll spread this word and more people discuss it. And I think more people need to be aware that this directly impacts you. Like, this is not like in the future. I don't have to think about it. I'll be dead. No, it directly impacts your health, your energy levels, your vitality right now as a